Hi everybody, it's Debbie with the eBrush team, and today what we're going to do is, in repurposing things, a lot of people love to use chalk paints, and this is one that's made by Dixie Belle Paints. And I just want to show you that you can actually use chalk paints in your eBrush siphon set. And just to show you, I've got some water to thin it with, and on these chalk paints, they do tell you that if you let them sit for longer, you can thicken it, and if you put water in it, you can thin it. So we're going to use water in it. Remember too that when you're putting together your siphon, let me take it apart so I can show you. You want to, because you have to adjust the nozzle to be in the air spray, so you want the unit with a nozzle to go in the metal side of the ball. But first off, take your little hose here, this little nozzle, and this tube, and you want to push the tube in as far as you can. And believe me, it took some time for me to do that. I had to keep shoving it on and off till I got it. Then you want to take this little ball that holds it in the cup. You want to take it, and you notice it's got a metal side and it's got a plastic side. Make sure that you take the one that's able for it to go down inside. You want the collar to be at the bottom, so watch what happens. When I put this like this, you'll see that it goes way up on the nozzle body, and that way I can adjust it. So that's where you want it. And then of course this is going to fall in your sleeve, straight up and down, and then you're going to put this on it, and then the bottle goes on there. And then we'll put it on our eBrush in a moment. But let's mix our paints. So I'm going to use some of this Dixie Belle, and Dixie Belle is a really good paint. Of course, there's a lot of other brands out there, but I enjoy this one. And you're going to open it. It's kind of stiff from the last time that I used it. This is their Yankee Blue. I have another color too, but we're going to use the Yankee Blue. And it's a chalk paint. It's really good for distressing furniture. So a lot of people use chalk paint to distress things that they get from recycling places and thrift stores. And so this is really great. I'm just going to put a little paint in here. You notice it's kind of thick, so I need to thin it down. Put my lid back on. My eBrush I use for just about everything. It's really a great tool. It's really great for distressing too. So now I can take this, and I have some water just for this. Now with this I'm going to use water. For my acrylics I use a acrylic thinner, so it doesn't mess up the bind on the acrylics. But you see, just put a little bit of water in, a little bit more. And usually you can kind of learn from experience, but that looks really nice. Let me see. Let me shake it up. Yeah, I think that's thin enough. You don't want to make it too thin, and you'll be amazed at what your eBrush can move. So we'll put this on the side. This is really a neat color for distress work. Put this on. And if you're not sure, go ahead and put your cap on. It helps to, you notice I'm kind of messy here. And I haven't been this messy in a long time. We go ahead and shake it up. There we go. We're going to take the lid off. Yeah, I'm having a fun time being painted. We're going to put the siphon lid on. Usually I set everything up at the sink, and that's what is getting me today. There we go. Put our bottle on. Now we're going to get our eBrush to catch the siphon. Let me see. Now right now, so what you're going to do is you're going to put this in, go in, and then turn. And then I'll have to do my setup. Hold on just a minute. I'm going to take my eBrush thing, and you can actually set it just like that. So now I have my sample, and what I have to do is I'm going to turn this so that it's in the airflow, but I think I've got it high enough up. You want it just about like this. Let's see if it works here. Oh, there we go. And now I'm using this to do chalk paint. So I can take, and I thought this is really pretty. I can chalk her down. See what a nice finish? And there you go. And it works with chalk paint. So you can use this for any of your recycling, repurposing. Chalk paint goes through your eBrush, and that's what I use when I go to the thrift store and work on some of my wooden furniture pieces. So thank you for joining me, and don't forget, your eBrush siphon set works perfectly with chalk paint.